hérna, vinur. Hérna, skampbíl.
Sit a while and play,
Kom og
friend.
tala við mig. Hérna, skampbíl.
Can I interest you in a game of Orlog? Come! A little dice never caused any harm. Can I interest you in a game of Orlog?
Yo, 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 what up, everybody?
You look like you know a thing or two about dice. Sit a while and play, friend.
Oh, look. There's a player in every port and city.
Yes, Orlog. Join me?
Let us begin.
I am pretty good. Do not say I did not warn you.
This will be over soon.
You are really good at this.
Good game.
Ah, you just got lucky. Another round.
Another round.
Interesting. This will do. interesting.
This is my game, stranger. Let's give up. Sweet victory.
The gods favored your hand today. Shall we go again?
That is enough Orlok for now.
Fólska þessa manns. Ykkur dyrfir hann sig til þess að tala við mig svoleiðis. Á eka bera kníf minn hérðan af.
I have not had a win all day. I must turn this around.
Is the king free to speak with me?
He is still with the emissary from the north. I would wait a while longer.
Understood. I will come back.
Well, look who it is.
Practicing your wordplay, Albus.
Ah, Eivor! The only mouth in Midgard from which I fear mockery.
You taught me the art of writing poetry, old friend. It is only natural that I surpass you soon.
How about another lesson then? A quick flight. Right here, right now. What do you say?
Let's try flighting.
I always put a few coins down as a wager. Most of those who enjoy flighting have an equal fondness for betting. But today, we'll abstain. Let me begin.
I'm ready.
In fighting, it's key to match cadence and rhyme. It's as much about sound as it is about time. So be careful in choosing the words that you say.
With your teaching, I'm sure my next challenger I will slay.
No. The rhyme is good, but too many words upsets the rhythm. Now, let us examine meaning. In fighting, you'll need to be cutting and keen. It's about wielding wit more than venting your spleen. If I tell you you're foolish and stupid and dull,
then I will spit in your face and I will bash in your skull.
not bad, not bad. The rhyme is there, the sound is good, but consider that I said you were silly and you told me you would kill me. At times, it might be best to remain on theme. Something to consider. Last one. So go then and conquer the world with your wit. Go be clever, be quick, show your spirit and grit. I look eagerly forward to seeing how you fare.
I will flight you with flourish and best you with flair.
Perfect, yes! You could destroy me with such a line. There's still much for you to learn about flighting, but I'm confident you'll pick it up. Happy to help you learn, if you'd like to come back again.
Perhaps I will. Thank you, Alvis.
Eivor, Wolf-Kissed. Welcome back.
Gunnar, I have something here you might like to see.
Thunderclap of Thor! Is that your father's axe? I have not seen this beauty since, well, for some time. I forged this weapon long ago. Still looks good. One of my finest, I think.
It has a blunted blade, but it swings well. Can you sharpen it?
I can give it a better edge and reinforce the handle. And as luck would have it, I have one ingot left for the job.
Are you sure?
The fates have willed it so. But in future, bring your own metal ingots. I cannot forge them from empty air. That should do it. Anything else? Do you need anything else?
And how are you, Gunnar? Holding up?
Yeah, work is good and my spirits are strong, but my nights are newly cold. My lady left me, if you have not heard.
I had. Sorry to hear it. You were together how long?
5 weeks it was. 5 beautiful, passionate weeks. But all that is done. Will I never find my Brunhilde?
Valkyries do not walk the world as they once did, Gunnar. Maybe set your sights a bit lower.
Lower? My friend, look at my wares, my weapons. I'm not a man to settle for less than the finest of anything.
That's all for now.
Return any time.
Oh, I was muted that whole time. How long I was unmuted for? Fuck. I'll retell the story I'll retell the story when I get back up from getting a drink. Hey, Key Cat. You good girl? And from locking the door, because apparently I didn't do that. Hey. So, considering I don't know if I was muted when I said this, so when Homie was talking about not being able to find, well, he'll probably never find his Brunhilde, and our main character said the Valkyries no longer roam this earth. I found it quite interesting because I'm watching an anime on Netflix called Record of Ragnarok, where it's humans fighting gods in order for humanity to live. And the name Brunhilde sounded familiar. It's because she's one of the Valkyries that turn into these things called the Volunders. So the Valkyries, specifically Brunhilde, because that name is the one that they mentioned, I don't know if she's one of the ones that helps the humans fight or what. But the Valkyries that they're talking about turn into these things called Volunders, which are the weapons that the humans use to be able to fight against the gods in that anime. So I just found it kind of interesting.
Hi. Can you point me to some good hunting grounds?
I could, but I don't want every iron foot with a bow scaring away the game. Bring me 3 deer antlers to prove your skills, and I might just have a story for you.
A worthy challenge. I will see you soon.
Why'd you get up, Key Cat? You could have kept laying down. Must be equipped in main hand. Oh. Isn't this where I was just at?
They must be finished now.
If you have any other business, it may be wise to do it now. Let him cool down.
I could speak to Volka first. Get this weight off my mind.
The king is not going anywhere.
Well, damn.
Hello, Eivor.
Hello. That's the one issue about about any popcorn in general, is that the kernels get stuck in your throat and it's annoying as fuck. But this fucking white cheddar popcorn is so delicious. We gonna climb, mate. We gonna climb. Watch me be going all the way up here for no reason. What the fuck is the jump button again? Hold up. That just brings me to this. I'm trying to figure out how to... How does one get to the... What are you fucking around with, cat? Bro, cat. What the fuck are you doing? Stop tearing shit up. This... What? I'm trying to figure out the controls. What button is for the option on this game? I'm trying to get to options. Oh, that's actually gonna burn the hand. Hold up. Ooh, that's hot. Ah. Guys. How does one get to the button that usually brings you to options, brings you to the map, quests, codex. Is it codex? Database. Oh. I don't know what I clicked to get here, but I got here. The controls. What is to jump? What is to jump? What is to jump? Dodge. Parkour up is X. Swim up. Is there really no jump button? When it says parkour up, is that just its version of the jump? Okay, I'm just gonna assume that there's no jump button. Well, damn. All right. That's so weird. I'm pretty sure every other Assassin's Creed had a jump button. There is a viewpoint here, so our other objective is going to have to wait.
So, Ivan is asleep on his watch. That would explain some things. Ivan, wake up! Or you'll be cast into the wild.
Must stay awake. They could be anywhere.
Is he walking in his sleep?
Yes, sir.
They are everywhere. If we die, everyone dies. Must not fall asleep.
Ivan, wake up! You're headed for the edge.
Wait, what? Ivan, no!
Is he going to ride the rope slide?
Ivan! Holy shit, you woke up.
Ivan, calm down. You were asleep.
No! I was flying through the air!
In your sleep. A harsh awakening, true. But at least you live. Have you always taken these dream walks?
Since my posting here. When I am in bed, I worry about ways we could be attacked. When I'm on watch, I cannot stay awake.
Only a fool stays awake all night worrying. You're tired when you get up, and the problem is still not solved.
You speak with the wisdom of Odin, Eivor. I will think on these words when I am in bed.
Consider them on your watch, and sleep when you're in bed. But now, report back before you're labeled a deserter. Go.
My only nemesis. Stamina. I gotta climb to the top of Valhalla. Oh! There's no leap of faith anymore? Oh, we gotta get to this hut, bro. No. Oh wait, I'm going back up when I don't want to. I want to go down.
Hamuram. Hamuram.
Valka?
Hush. I need silence to hear the songs of nature. Hamuram. Hamuram.
Svala.
She gives praises and she is greeted.
For your hearing, I hearken. O ancient ones, great Odin, great Freya, I give you thanks for your gift of Seiður.
She gives thanks and she is blessed.
Eivor, it has been some time. What brings you so far to see me?
I have come for your advice on a private matter.
Come.
Is your mother well?
Her mind is a jumble. She speaks to spirits. I fear her final winter has come, but she has me. Now, let us speak to your needs.
I have had a vision. A powerful vision. It may have been my battle lust, or a delirium caused by the cold, but...
Describe it for me.
After 17 years, I saw my father's axe again. And when I touched it, the vision came on fast. There was a wolf, howling and fierce. And then a figure. A grey beard in a cloak, with a single eye. He bid me follow him.
The High One. He calls to you. Perhaps he means to speak with you. Deliver a message. Only through Seiður will you see more clearly and unravel the threads that sit tangled upon your mind. This will not take long.
What are you brewing?
An elixir to loosen your hugur and unwind your thoughts. You will enter a waking sleep and journey to the world of dreams. It may confuse or disorient you, but you must take a note of all you see. Drink. If you seek true understanding.
Bro, what the fuck did you give me? Well, come on if you want up, kitty cat. There you go.
I saw nothing, Valka. Felt nothing.
Harvey! Harvey. Harvey!
I walk among the dead. Sigurd. Sigurd! Brother, when did you arrive? What is this?
Yes! There was no other way, Javi. Our fates are fixed.
Sigurd! Sigurd! What has happened?
This was not for you, Javi.
Holy shit.
Steady, Eivor. It is Valka. I am here.
Gods, I thought I... What was that?
Tell me everything.
I was on a mountain in a violent blizzard, climbing toward the summit, following a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Odin and the Nornir spinning the threads of fate. They were watching me.
Not watching. They were showing you the way forward. Your life, your path, what lies before you, and where it ends.
And the wolf was eager for my attention, as if it were beckoning me to follow.
You are the wolf-kissed, fated to carry its mark for life. In this case, it might represent your ambition, or your fear.
I saw the gates to Odin's Hall of Slain Champions. They opened for me.
Shades of Valhalla, for which you are destined.
I do not know what else to say. My memories are faint, hazy.
Did you reach the summit of this mountain?
I did, yes. Sigurd was there, wounded, in pain. His fighting arm was missing. Then the wolf reappeared, the size of a dragon, twisted and terrible. It fixed its eyes on me and struck. Then I awoke.
The gods favor you, Eivor. They always have. You will have your glory, and you will earn your place in Valhalla. But these portents carry a darker truth. The missing arm, the trail of blood, the beast. You will betray your brother, Sigurd. That is the meaning of your vision.
That cannot be right. I would never betray Sigurd. He's my brother, my family.
The Nornir have spoken, and this is their message.
No, this is wrong. Or you misunderstand. That cannot be right.
You will betray Sigurd.
Odin fought against his fate. It can be done.
What if my brother betrays me? Which in turn means I have to betray my brother. So that's how you get there. Okay. What up, cunt bag? Yeah, you called me shit when I couldn't hear. Ooh, do I want range or do I want health, chat? I don't know. Health isn't too much of an issue right now, so we'll do range. Oh, we can do both. Hold on. I'm gonna have to mute for a minute, chat. Ooh, what's this way, y'all? I got me a Christmas popcorn bucket from the fam that they weren't eating, and I'm like, bro, I forgot how delicious this shit was. Oh, I'm dead. Oh. Nope.
Yeah, you can just set that on the counter for me. Yeah, my mom called me earlier on her way over to pick you up.
Bloody fucking stamina. Okay, why won't you let me loot you? Well, you always gotta test to see if you die directly in the water or if you can swim.
My blood freezes.
Make it. Make it. You're looking at tools. Are you looking in the mirror? I'm eating white cheddar popcorn. Chat. So, I got the best idea, chat. You know, y'all know how they have white cheddar Cheez-Its, right? Best flavor on earth. Imagine they make salt and vinegar Cheez-Its. Fucking heavenly. Bro, you can't tell me you wouldn't eat some salt and vinegar Cheez-Its, bro.
How much salt was in, bro?
You don't have to like it. Oh, that's what those golds are. And then, hypothetically, if I want to get a part-time job, I'll work at a movie theater and I'll be like, hey, listen here, boss. You want to know how to make a shit ton of money on popcorn sales alone? Make salt and vinegar popcorn an option. You'll do numbers. I'm so far from the main mission.
This water, deadly goat.
Finn om dyrgripar!
Let's hear a story.
During my 19th winter, King Styrbjorn ordered the construction of a new longhouse. The splendid hall you now see at Thornburg. To build this longhouse, he employed the help of 20 men. I was among them, as was Fradi, the strongest and stoutest man I had ever seen. We set about felling trees and hewing wood for timber. Fradi was the fastest of us, dropping 41 trees in only 2 days. On the third day,
Hold on, good Scott.
Hold your stories. Location discovered. Nottfall. 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 Headshot to the horse. Oh, I can't loot the horse's body? Oh. Oh. Oh, I think we're in enemy territory. Oh. How'd that miss? We need some over here. Where the fuck is this loot located? Is there an underground area?
This area is off limits.
Oh, that's why there's so many. Oh. Where is the Odin's Sight? Hold. That's what I was doing, bro. I was holding that. Will it not let me? Oh, oh shit. There's more. There's more there than I thought. That's those three dead. Any... There's nobody here. Yes. Hop down.
Blocked from the other side.
Ooh, throwing axe fury. I got the throwing axe ability. Hold up. Assign to let's make that circle. Oh, okay. He saw me. I'm surprised his homies didn't see me take him out.
Hi, Jamie.
Come around that corner.
$300,
What about your 300?
I just found a kit on Home Depot's app of 8 tools in a kit that's on sale for $300. Normal price is like $800.
Damn.
And it's a brand that Grace recommends because they're good for DIY, like project stuff, like what I want to do, and basic mechanic stuff. So they're relatively durable. They should last me several years, if not longer. Plus, once you register them on the brand's website, they have a lifetime warranty.
Right.
So, it comes with 2 different types of saws, a drill, an impact driver, a little vacuum, a little blower.
Come around that corner. Come around that corner.
A nice shop light. Like, it comes with a lot of shit that I need. I covered a lot of stuff.
Oh.
I just don't know how long the sale's going to last.
Right.
And I get paid tomorrow, but I get part of my check tomorrow. I get the small part of my check tomorrow. I might not even get a check tomorrow, to be honest. But the bulk of it is going into my other account on Friday, but I'm pretty sure that account's already negative from some other shit that I forgot about. And so that's going to drop it down. And then I also have to pay my car payment, so I'm probably not going to be able to afford to pick it up with this check. But that's fine, because I think with this next check, I only planned on grabbing, like, you know, the screwdriver set and stuff like that. But I just sent Grace a picture, like a screenshot of it, of the kit, the whole kit, and sent it to her and go, it's only $2.99 right now on sale.
Yeah, but you say 8 tools. That could mean anything.
What do you mean? I just was telling you what the tools were that were in it.
Oh, were you? The only tools I heard you mention were screwdrivers, but that was a completely different set.
Yeah, that was for me saying that the screwdriver kit is probably what I'm going to be picking up with this check. Because that's like the one thing that's going to be getting the most use, because there's a lot of things around the house that we always need screwdrivers for. But we only have like one shitty screwdriver and a drill that we don't know where the charger is. In this kit, it comes with, find the list. Okay. It comes with a pretty decent drill, like a good drill, a pretty decent impact driver, a pretty solid reciprocating saw, a very good starter circular saw, a pretty a halfway decent orbital electric sander, a job site blower, so it's like a mini leaf blower basically that's just designed to, like, you know, clear out fucking sawdust and shit out of your garage. A pretty decent, it's a basic but decent shop light. A little hand vacuum to clean up the sawdust and stuff. And 2 sets of batteries and a charger.
Right. Fuck.
So that's all the tools. That's all what the kit comes with, and it comes with a carrying case for it all. That's actually a fantastic deal, but the issue is going to be batteries are usually pretty expensive. And getting new batteries are pretty expensive, and at some point I'll probably want to upgrade at least one of the batteries, because one of the batteries would probably only give me, you know, a couple hours worth of work with the drill. The other one would give me almost a full day, depending on what I'm using it for. But I'm going to need extra batteries anyways, because if I'm, you know, building my fucking cat tree, I'm going to be using the fucking, the drill and the saw and other shit very often in the sander. So, like, I'm probably going to need batteries anyways, so that I'm not constantly swapping them from tool to tool and draining them too fast.
Right.
But, yeah, so... But yeah, no, it doesn't. I have a list of tools and things that I need for everything that I want to do, right? For the mechanical stuff and the woodworking stuff. Let me see how many tools there are.
Nah, you're going to go out tomorrow and buy a whole craftsman set.
Probably not. So I have at least 35 tools currently on the list of shit that I need.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, I'm not buying them all at once. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some of the cheaper items first that will get a lot of daily use even outside of my projects. And then I'm going to be looking for kits like this that are on sale or at least decently priced with decent tools in it that I can scoop up for a decent deal, decent price that'll take out quite a bit of the tools, because if I'm being honest, Dustin, that toolkit that I just told you about, with those 8 tools, that covers like at least 4 or 5 of the most expensive tools that I need. For a fraction of the price that it would cost me to get them individually. Because a lot of the tools that I need are like, you know, socket sets, drill bits, a hammer, pry bar, stuff like that. So there's a lot of cheap stuff on it. But that kit alone covers a huge chunk of the more expensive ones for all pretty nice little price. And the really important thing for me is that they are all the same brand. And the reason why that matters is because then I don't need to have, you know, 5 different brands of power tools with 5 different batteries and 5 different battery chargers.
Right.
Just spend the extra money to get a couple extra batteries so that I always have batteries on the charger. So that way, while I'm working, if one of them dies, I can just run over the charger, slap the dead one on there, grab one of the ones that are fully charged, slap it in, and get back to work. I can't really do that if I'm using several different brands. But it was funny though, because I asked Grace what brand her, Nick, and my dad use. And she told me what she uses. She told me what Nick uses, or what brand he likes. Then she told me what brand my dad likes, and then she told me what brand Nick's dad likes. All 4 of them are using different brands. My dad uses a brand called Ryobi, which is a pretty decent brand, but it's like the bottom tier out of all of the like top name brands. It's like the bottom tier. It's the cheapest one, but they're still pretty reliable if you're not doing a bunch of heavy duty work. Then Nick's dad likes Dwight or whatever. It's D-Wade, I think. And that's one of the top 2 brands right now, but it's also the second most expensive. Nick likes Milwaukee, which is the top of the line power tools. You only buy one, and you'll only ever need to buy that one more than likely. Like, they are built to last almost a lifetime. But you're looking at, literally, when I was looking at them, $200 to $300 for a drill.
Right.
And then Grace likes, I think it's called Marquette, or something like that, which is another, like, high-end brand. Which is also really expensive. I think those ones you're looking at, like, $180 to $200 for a drill. Dwayne, you're looking at probably around the same price, $180 to $230. My dad's brand, Ryobi, you can get a drill for like $60. And now I'm looking at a completely different brand which is called Rigid, or Rigid. It's Rigid. The Rigid brand is it's above Ryobi, the brand that my dad uses. In terms of quality, and price, it's a little bit higher than Ryobi. But also, like I said, comes with a lifetime warranty. Or at least, I think like the minimum is like a 10-year warranty or something like that. So if it stops working, which for whatever for most reasons, you can just get it replaced. So it's just funny that I asked Grace, and she told me that the 4 people that use power tools the most in her life that she knows of all use very different brands. And I was surprised that my dad was a Ryobi fan because Ryobi, like I said, is the cheapest out of the name brands.
Yeah, but the DeWalt or whatever is the most memed.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently everybody says that they're shit.
I don't think that they're shit. I've used DeWalt, and they're pretty solid, especially for the price point. Because they're like second or third most expensive. Because I think the brand that grades like the market ones or whatever the fuck they're called, I think those ones are usually more expensive than DeWalt. Milwaukee is definitely the most expensive. But DeWalt and the one that grades like they kind of go back and forth on who's more expensive, depending on the tools. Grace said that DeWalt's a pretty like standard brand. I also think that's what Jamie's dad uses. I think she said it. I think Jamie said that her dad uses DeWalt. And I know that he's got, you know, he has to have faith in them because you know what a lot of his tools are used for? Working on Jamie's nieces and Jamie's brothers' race cars for dirt track racing. So, DeWalt must be a pretty good brand if Jamie's dad is literally trusting them to get the job done on racing cars when they're driving, you know, 100 plus miles an hour on a fucking dirt track.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, as far as like durability goes, from what I've seen, heard, read, DeWalt and Milwaukee are usually the best for durability. The brand that Grace likes is pretty close. Then mine is just above my dad's brand, but not by much. But the fact that it comes with a really, really extensive, good lifetime warranty is what really makes them stand out. Because that's what Grace told me to go with. Because she's like, I told her I might just go with the ones at Walmart until I can afford the better ones. And she goes, there's nothing wrong with that. I was like, yeah, because they're significantly cheaper. And she goes, well, you just have to remember, you get what you pay for with power tools. Like, I know a lot of people say that about everything, but with power tools, you really do get what you pay for. And so she's like, are these tools, like, gonna be your regular tools for your woodworking and mechanic stuff? I was like, yeah. Then she goes, I wouldn't go with the Walmart stuff then, because there's a very decent chance they're gonna break within the first year. So I would recommend Rigid, and then just get the lifetime warranty. So that's what I'm looking at now. But yeah, you're gonna be jealous when you see the cat tree go dusty, because I'm gonna be designing it over the next couple of weeks.
So,
And guess how much money I'm gonna have to spend in wood?
$5,000.
Maybe $60.
No, 5K.
No, because a lot of my wood projects, guess what I'm going to be using for wood?
Plywood.
Pallets. You can go on Facebook Marketplace and there's shit ton of people and companies that post wooden pallets for free because a lot of companies, like, their deliveries get sent to them on pallets. They're stacked on pallets, and then just everything's saran wrapped together. But they don't need the pallets for anything, so there's a lot of places that you can just go, and for free, they'll just give you as many of the pallets as you want. So my plan is to get some pallets, stand them down, put them out, take all the nails out, hold them with some wood filler, and stuff like that, and then bring them all, and then use that stuff to build the hatchery. Because those are mostly, those are smaller pieces of wood, and I don't need large pieces for our hatchery.
Right.
My brother wants me to build him a desktop. Like, because he already has a frame that he wants to buy. But it doesn't come with the actual flat surface top for it. It's just the frame. And he wants something very specific for the frame, but the issue is the very specific thing he wants for the frame is impossible to find used, and brand new, they're like $400. Because he wants a solid core door, like, you know, a standard door that you put in your door frame to go in and out of your building. Because he needs a solid core one, because it needs to be big and sturdy without any issues, so that he can drill holes in it to mount his computer monitor mouse. But he also needs to have it completely flat. Because most doors, you know, have all of these, like, patterns and designs cut into them to make them look nice. But most solid core doors aren't like that, because solid core doors are usually designed for, like, sheds and that, so they don't usually put that. But the issue is, my mom goes to Habitat all the fucking time, Habitat Restore, and she's been looking for solid core doors there for months, and they've never had one. Dylan checks every week, almost, on Facebook Marketplace, none. And brand new, a solid core door can run you $400.
Right.
So him and I were talking about, like, how I want to do this, and he's like, cool, you can build me a desktop then. But he wants a large desktop. It's got to be thick, and it's got to be well supported and structurally sound. Because the issue is, I couldn't use pallets for that. Because the issue with pallets is because I'd be using a bunch of boards and, you know, screwing and gluing them and whatnot together. The issue that becomes over time, because it's not one solid piece, you risk it starting to sag in the middle or in between boards as it gets heavily used. So I wouldn't be able to use pallets for that unless I took, like, a giant piece of plywood and fastened all of the pallet boards on top of it so that it has a solid, straight base. But plywood for the size of that he wants would almost run me $180 to $250 for the one piece of plywood. Because you said plywood before. By the way, plywood is expensive. No, plywood's pretty expensive. Wood in general right now is actually pretty pricey, which is part of the reason why a lot of furniture is really expensive these days, is because of the fact that wood is expensive right now.
Then make it out of metal.
That would be just as expensive and way more difficult. I'm not buying tools that will easily cut through metal and shit, and I'm not a welder.
You hear that, chat? This is why the world needs to die, because wood is just as expensive as metal.
But, me load them up in his truck, and then we just take them over to our apartments and just, you know, stack it up on the side or something for now with a tarp over it. Because it's winter, but in the summer it wouldn't matter.
Right.
But yeah, that's the plan, is to get the tools, and once I have the majority of the tools that I'll actually need, the big ones being a drill with some drill bits and a bunch of screws, hammer, and stuff like that, then the plan is to, and the saw, and the sander. So like once I have the necessary tools for it, I want to start building the cat tree. That's the first project I'm going to do. The only reason why I said I might need to get some, like actually pay for some wood, is because you know how cat trees all have, like the nice ones have pillars that go up to the next level, and they're usually circular?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might just have to buy something for that stuff so that I can, like, put rope around them for scratching posts.
Sounds about right.
So that's why, that's the only reason I could see myself needing to spend money on wood, because I would need circular logs, essentially, that are all nice, unless I can find a different way of doing it, because I don't know if I really like the idea of doing rope around a square pillar, which might not be a terrible thing. I don't think it really matters once I start putting the rope around it. It's just a cylinder is easier to glue the rope to because there's no corners. I just put glue, basically just brush glue around the whole cylinder, and then start wrapping the rope around it, whereas a square, it would be more irritating because of the fact that it has corners.
Right.
And then the only other thing I'm going to have to buy, really, as far as materials go, is carpeting. But I'm just going to find some relatively cheap carpet at Walmart or somewhere on Amazon that I can easily just cut up to put on, you know, the platforms and that.
You know what I'm half tempted to do? Because instead of buying a house or getting a loan for a house at some point, I'm half tempted to just get a big enough loan to buy, like, one of those, maybe like a school bus, but something kind of like a bus, but maybe a bit wider, and just turn that into a home. And maybe find a cheap plot of land, live there, in the little school bus, bro.
Okay, at that point, between the money to buy a halfway decent bus that isn't a piece of shit, and the money that you would need to convert it into an actual, like, mobile home, basically, you could probably just get a loan for a pretty decent RV.
I mean, yeah, but
You're gonna have to pay it. You're gonna have to rip out all of the seats. You're gonna have to pay to redo the flooring and insulate it, because buses are not insulated, so it's gonna be fucking freezing in winter and hot as hell during summer. So you're gonna have to pay to get all that done. You're gonna have to pay for custom furniture to fit inside of a bus. Plus, you're gonna have to pay for electricity to be added to it, which is gonna include a generator and everything. And then there's going to be plumbing and stuff, because you're gonna need running water and all that. By the time you're done transforming this bus, you could have just used that same amount of money just to buy a decent RV.
Shit.
surprise you. For the price of buying a decent RV or even going the bus route, you can buy an actual just trailer home. Trailer homes themselves are not that expensive.
Yeah, but I kind of want something. I don't know. I know what you're talking about, like the trailer park type shit, but
Yeah, those you can buy those houses, like decent ones, for anywhere between $30,000 to $70,000. To get the money that you would need to completely convert a bus into basically an RV, or even buying a halfway decent RV is going to be way more expensive than just buying a mobile home.
I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I would either do that or buy like a decent RV, not one of them tiny ass RVs, like decent sized RV that at least has like a queen size bed in the fucking bedroom area and shit like that.
Yeah. So realistically, you're looking at whether or not you're converting a bus or just getting an RV. I'm not gonna lie to you. A decent RV with all of the stuff that you're gonna want: queen size bed, a TV, a couch, a bathroom, a shower, all of that stuff. You're looking at over $100,000 for both of them. By the way, for buying a bus and converting it, or just buying an RV, you're looking at over $100,000. You can easily get a pretty decent trailer home for half that. That's the thing. Like, RVs and converting vehicles into homes like that are not cheap. Even conversion vans, which are just like the big vans that are already designed for like van life, like they have a bed, they have a toilet, they have a shower, like that stuff. Even those go for like $80,000+.
Just shit alone, cat. I know, I hear what you're saying, but I'm like, but what if I wanna leave and travel? Then I have a mobile home to travel in.
Yeah, so you know what you do?
Huh.
You shut the fuck up and wait for me to buy my house potentially next year, move in with me, and then, you know, the only bills you would have would be like the rent and like basically what you're doing now. Get a better job that pays more with benefits up here in Wisconsin, save up money, and then we could potentially go halves on a conversion van or a not massive but decent sized RV, because if you travel, odds are you're traveling with me. That's what I was gonna say the first time when you first brought up. Yeah, instead of getting like a mortgage for a home eventually, I was like, I don't know why you're even thinking of that, bro. I'm literally looking at at trying to buy a house at this rate next summer. So summer of 2027 is when I'm looking at hopefully getting a house. So like, all you have to do then is move up here and then get a better job and all that. And the benefit of you moving up here into a house that I own is you don't have to have a job before you move up here, like you would if you moved into an apartment, because they don't want proof of income. But if you move up here with me, it's just, you know, it's easier on you because you already have some savings, yes. It's not as high as you want it to be right now, but you got like a year and a half before I'm looking at buying a house. So you can leave your savings back up because you'll have your credit cards paid off, or at least most of the way paid off. So you'll be able to get your savings back up by then. And then, here, you know, you settle in for a week or two, give me the first month's rent, and then that way your bills are already done for the month, and now you have a couple of weeks to apply at factory jobs up here.
What? How the fuck do I heal? How the fuck do I heal? Hold up.
So, yeah, that would be the thing that you want to look at. And by the way, this is something that's going on time. Whenever I start looking at buying a house, I'm gonna have a it's going to say that you're going to be paying, let's just say $700, but I'm not expecting you to pay $700.
Right.
Because the places that I'll be applying at, they like the idea of me having a signed lease for someone moving in paying $700. They like that. Because they look at that and go, okay, we know for sure that he's not going to have an issue paying the mortgage now because he already makes more than enough to pay the mortgage. But having this person move in guarantees him this much. They're not good. They don't double check. They don't like check in after a couple of months to actually make sure you're paying that much. The lease is just there so that it looks nice to them. Jamie's ex did that because he had her sign a lease saying that she was going to be paying like $750 a month for the house that he was buying. But then he just never made her pay rent because, you know, he could afford it himself. It's just the banks look at it and go, oh, okay, we're not as worried now because he has someone that's going to be helping him pay the bills.
Right.
So I might say, the lease might say $700-800, but that's not going to be the amount that I charge you. Just so you're aware.
Chat, he's gonna be charging me $1,000 a month.
But the other reason why I have to set it to like $700-800 is because the bank says, like one of the rules is if you are having a lease and having like someone live with you under a lease, it says that you have to be charging fair market value. I can't put it on paper that I'm only charging you $400 a month because that's not fair market value. But I also can't have it say that I'm charging you $1,000 a month because basically what they'll look at is they'll go, okay, well, odds are he'll be in this room, is this big, and he'll have access to the kitchen, the bathroom, and all the living room, and all of these other spaces. So if we were to look at an apartment that would be roughly the same size as the bedroom, the bathroom, the kitchen, and that, they'll look at like the rough square footage of it, and then they'll look at apartments that are roughly the same size as that little bit of space and see what fair market value is, like what those apartments are going for. And that's how they decide whether or not it's a fair price. So, realistically, with the houses that I'm looking at, that I'll be looking at, as far as price-wise goes at that point, $700 to $800 would be fair market value. So the lease will say 7 to 8, somewhere around there. But in reality, that's not what I'm going to charge you.
Right.
Like a realistic, if I'm being honest, realistically, you know, what would be like a pretty fair thing is if you paid utilities and internet and I paid the mortgage, because that's going to come up to like $400 or $500 a month for you, and then on my mortgage would probably be like $12 to $15 a month.
Lead you!
So basically, you just cover the utilities, electric, water, and gas, and the internet, and then I cover the mortgage. That would basically be roughly what it looks like.
Wait a sec!
Right.
But yeah, the other issue that I'm gonna have though is, or the other things I'm gonna have is property tax, house insurance. So like I'm gonna have quite a bit more things to pay for, but if you're already basically covering the utilities, that's $500 or so a month that I don't have to worry about. I can put that, my portion of that towards all the other stuff that I have to pay for.
Right.
long as I hit my goal for income with the YMCA, I'm gonna have, you know, several $1,000s saved up by then. And even though I'm looking at a USDA loan, which means there's no down payment, that several $1,000s that I have saved up at that point will be really nice, because the banks will look at that and be like, okay, he's gotta push it. So, like, if something were to happen with one of his jobs, he's still got several $1,000s, so he's got a couple months worth of mortgage if need be. And that's like a big thing. What? Well, first, what do you need first? Yeah.
Oil jar, here we go.
Yeah, Dylan's coming, but it's only 8 o'clock, Spencer. Yeah, of course Dylan's coming today. It's his day to work.
Shit, bitch. That's why you're dead. That's why you're dead. Holy shit, you rolled far, bruh. They see me throw in, they shake it. Gotta climb up. It's just us in here now, motherfucker.
Can't. Need to get on the other side.
Get on the other side. So I climb down from inside? Ooh, there is.
Yeah, so like, if I can hit my goal and everything, with the Y, and keep my income steady here, and everything, it said that I could be, looking at closer to, on the low end, 170, upwards of $210 for a house, or $210,000.
Damn.
So, and with right now with the housing market in this area, that's actually, you can get like a pretty decent house for those prices right now.
Right.
So, I actually have no idea how much my check for the Y is going to be, because I thought it was only going to be like right under $300. But
I can't save game right now.
But I had the weeks mixed up. I thought I was getting paid from the Y this week, but this week is this job paycheck, which means my hours on Friday are going to be on my YMCA check. So, and I usually have at least, one booking at least on most days for Fridays, and for sure Saturday. Saturday I had 4. But Fridays lately I've been getting 1 or 2 for sure. So I'm looking at, and even if I get 1, I'll still do a couple hours of chair massage too, so that I can get the hours. So my check from the Y should be about $350 next week.
That.
Between $3 and $350, I should say. It's not guaranteed, but yeah, between those two.
And with that being said, I'm going to end the stream here for now, y'all. We will pick this game back up over the weekend. Yesterday I had an off day. I don't think I'm going to do another off day tomorrow, but who knows? It solely depends on how I feel. But either which way, hope everyone enjoyed, and until possibly tomorrow, peace.